Please describe your educational philosophy of the people involved in the education process, the students, parents, and teachers. Which one is most responsible for the child being educated? And then, in your opinion, the second most responsible?
I'm sorry, do I start or does it?
No, you do. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you again for the opportunity. We as a community must educate our children to be vital parts, employable adults in this community. Our goal and our desire is to have educated children throughout Aledo, not just the top, but the bottom through the top, so that our educational avenues to develop children should develop each child in a way that's most appropriate to him. So some are going to go for 4 more years of college. We need to prepare those kids for that. Some are going to go through vocational education. We need to prepare those kids for them. Whatever the gift of the child, we need to prepare in the best way possible for each child for their job and their adulthood. There are obviously basic life skills that we need to do as well. So those are my educational philosophy. Also, I'm going to call out on the second question, which is most important. I think most important is a collaboration between parent, child, and the teacher. And the best way we can have education in this community is to develop that full collaboration. Thank you very much.
In terms of my educational philosophy, academic excellence is very important to me. It's one of the reasons we moved to the district, and it's one of the reasons that we love having our kids educated here. My children are in 5th and 7th grade. We've got quite a few years to go, and I want to keep that bar high. One of those principles can be found in our board operating procedure. We talk about providing a rigorous and a relevant education, and I believe strongly in that. I think we're doing that. I also believe in raising that bar. In terms of people involved in the educational process, I think studies have shown that an effective teacher in the classroom is the most effective way to educate our children. And I think that that's one of the assets that Aledo ISD has. We have teachers that have higher than average experience, and I think that brings a lot to the table. I think that's one of the reasons we're successful. I also think the parents obviously play a huge role. I think community support is huge, and I think we see that in Aledo. We see how the parents support the teachers, and the parents are involved in their children's lives. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're successful, and I think that that's one of the reasons that the cycle is successful. As we teach our children to be informed, engaged citizens, not just smart kids, but citizens, really. I think that benefits the children and it benefits the community.
My educational philosophy starts out with the duties of a trustee, which are to govern and oversee the vision of the ISD. I have a strong belief in an academic program supported by an extracurricular program, which is extremely detrimental to the development of our children. We can't have one without the other. My educational philosophy is based on the belief that there has to be a strong sense of community and student engagement. The question here is, who's most responsible for the child being educated? You first have to understand what the difference between schooling and education is. Mark Twain once stated, never let school interfere with the education, with your education. And I feel that the parent has the child 24 hours a day, where our educators have the child 8 hours out of the day. It is imperative that the partnership between the school, the parent, the administration, and the community be grown here, because that is the first objective of what a trustee should be overseeing.
Thank you. You know, you've heard the saying, it takes a village, but it really does. Teachers can teach, but teachers can't teach without the support of the parents and the community. It just doesn't happen. That's what has made Aledo such an awesome school district. The community has always supported teachers. The community has always supported the schools. Parents have been there. I've been there many times. And so I understand where parents get involved, the district is successful. And I truly believe that. My philosophy is every child achieves. I don't believe that we can teach to the middle of the road, to the kids that are trying to pass the test. I don't believe that. I believe that we must differentiate education so that our most gifted students have a chance to move forward. I believe in student progress every year for every child. We've just taught the middle for too long, and it's not something that we need to do. Aledo is a winning ISD. They've been winning in athletics, and they've been doing a great job in academics. But I so want to see us win. I want to see us with more National Merit Scholars, more distinctions in the schools. We need those distinctions because that A through F is coming one of these days. We're going to be rated as a district, and I myself believe we need an A+ rating. That's what Aledo really is. Collaboration, communication between teachers, family, parents, and the community is what makes this district what it is.
As far as my educational philosophy, I think that fundamentally is you've got to set the bar pretty high. And when I look at my oldest that's graduated and his friends, they've gone off to school, off to college, and fared very well. And so that tells me that the work product that our schools are producing is doing a pretty good job. I look at what my sophomore is doing. I look at the work that he does, the homework that he does, and it's a pretty rigorous path that he's taken. But that tells me that the teachers are setting the bar real high, and so I think they're doing a good job. But fundamentally, I think we have to set the bar high and keep the bar high, and that will pay huge dividends to the student. As far as the responsibility, who's most responsible? The student is fundamentally responsible for doing the work. The teacher is responsible for providing a good quality education, teaching the course as it should be taught, and the parents should be setting expectations to the kid as to here's what you're expected to do. I have the benefit of having a teacher at home, my wife, and that's paid dividends to our children. But yeah, it's a team effort, but everybody has to do their part also. That's all I have.
I agree. I think that it is a team effort between the teacher and the student and the parents involved. I think each one plays a very important part in the education of our kids, and I feel like they are doing well when they have everyone on board with them and are challenged and empowered and encouraged as they take the next step, whether that's moving from 2nd grade to 3rd grade or moving as they graduate from our district into a work environment or a major university. I think education is about preparing and empowering and training as our students grow, and that they would be ready for that next step, that they would be able to do that at their very best ability, that they would be challenged to always do their best and to have that bar set high. So I think that we do need everybody on board with our kids as they go through the school district, and I think that's why it's important that we have parents on the school board, that the parents know what's going on in each classroom with their own kids.